Hello everybody. Here we are back once again with Rome 2 Total War DI Cimmeria campaign. Now you guys now see there is now a bookshelf here. It's a bit emptier than it was originally going to be. That's because I didn't realize until after my dad visited that not all the boxes arrived, so my bookshelf has like empty gaps in it now. Though part of me also wonders, considering how many boxes were left, if I will have enough room still with all of these bookshelves. So we'll find out in a few months when I am able to make time to visit my family again, or if when they come up, if they're willing to come up to visit me. So we have an awkward situation going with us. The Roma Impersonators are being attacked by a very, very powerful looking enemy army from Macedon. They have better mobility than us, but they're with their 4 cavalry versus our 2. They have the superior infantry advantage because our Roman Impersonators can't 1-for-1 take on these pikemen. However, the one advantage we do have is the fact that our men are more mobile than theirs. Even though we don't have the cavalry advantage, our infantry can move around a lot better. So long as we don't just simply try to face the enemy head on, assuming we try and flank them and maybe using our spearmen to try and protect the rears of our infantry as they try to flank, I think we could still win this battle. It's just going to be a little bit harder because these guys are actually essentially running what I run for my traditional armies, except they have pikemen instead of hoplites, and pikemen do beat hoplites because pikemen have the longer spears. So this will be a hard battle. This will be an interesting battle because, as a result. But quite honestly, this is one reason why the Romans won through superior tactics, not through what's the bit? Is it superior tactics not better, but not superior strategies, or better superior strategies not better tactics? Basically, it's like, Romans didn't really defeat the Greeks by just taking them head on and whatever was like the most optimal for the Greeks. Because the phalanx was still quite a strong force when faced head on. The strength of the Roman army was the fact that they were so versatile. They're a lot more they're a lot more flexible than hoplites. So depending on the terrain, the advantage could go easily between them. And I'm gonna follow the strategy I've been following of spreading out my troops to try and reduce the impact. This will also hopefully make it easier to flank the enemy with these bigger gaps, if all goes as planned. Because that'll mean I can fit my own troops in through these gaps and try and get some good, sweet flanking action on them. That's why I'm trying to spread out thinner rather than stay in one big block. So one big block would leave me a little bit more open and susceptible to the enemy trying to face me head on. I think I'm going to try keeping my 2 cavalry units together because they're decently strong on in their own right. But they won't. But the enemy cavalry outnumbers them, so if they're cut off on their own, they're gonna have a bad time. So I want to make sure they are as well supported as I can make them. My spearmen out on the flanks to try and help deal with the enemy cav situation. Yeah, 2 spearmen on each side. Looks like will be what we're gonna do. Yeah, you're good there. I actually want you on this flank. You guys will be on this flank here just to try and basically help reduce the chance of the enemy cav get a good rear charge on my men. This is essentially the goal here. Minus you 2. Group you guys together. Guard mode. This will be the formation we're gonna try and make use of to win this battle. The enemy have lots of peltists, so they will do some very good damage up front, but they won't have as much ammunition as our guys do. Yeah. So they will do some big damage at the beginning, but in the long run, we will have the advantage in terms of range. Yeah, I think it was a good choice doing what I did here. Are my guys calculated as like a range or the shock? Or for you guys, missile. So their cavalry are actually classified as missile cavalry. So that's at least good to know that they won't be as good as us in terms of a melee fight. They're like classified as heavy missile, but they definitely seem to have some decent melee stats all the same. Yeah, those are some good melee stats. That's a pretty versatile unit right there. What's the situation going on over here? Let's see you guys involved. It looks like they're trying to throw some ammunition. How much ammo do they have? They have 6, so they're not the most ammunition, but they're not the least either. So at least there's that for them. Let's see. Yeah, I'm definitely quite happy for you guys to shoot at the enemy's missile cav. Weaken them as much as possible. These guys have decent shields, so I don't think arrow fire is going to be that effective against them. Okay, so the enemy is doing exactly what I was hoping they were going to do. They're spreading out more. They're going for a firm, long line rather than spreading out, which means that we'll be able to flank them and thus get a decent advantage on them. Alright, we're right there. Look at that. Flanks, flanks, flanks. That guy's surrounded. So is that one, actually. Jesus. The enemy is definitely going very in right now. We need to get this situation resolved ASAP. I wasn't fast enough to turn around there. Focus fire. Yeah, these ones got surrounded. Look at that. They're just getting slaughtered as they're surrounded. My flanking force needs to move up a bit more here. How's the situation looking over here? The cav is not doing too great on the enemy side, so at least we're holding strong in that respect. But our infantry are not holding the flanks right now. Are not holding the center. So primary advantage we're having now is that we're winning the flanks, we're losing the center. If we lose the center, we'll definitely have a bit of another issue going on right there. So let me get these guys involved now in the fight. You guys need to go assist the general in the fighting over there. You guys over here need to just get in this fight now before it's too late. Oh, the Roma Impersonators are not in the best situation right now. You guys are involved in that fight. Finished off. You guys finished that off. What can I do here? You guys at least are firing into their rear. If nothing else. You guys... Oh, it looks like we got a perfect aim into their behinds over here. So once you guys finish those guys, it'll be a good turnaround there. We get into those guys, their guys' rears here. Alright, perfect. We've won the cav fight over here. My general died? Oh, he broke. He didn't die. He just broke. Jesus, that's surprising. He's going to get involved in that fight now. Cut them down. What's the situation going on over here? Recharge them, boys. You guys need to help out our swordsmen here. Because they need to get involved in this fight now. The Peltas are doing some pretty good damage here. Okay, this is not a good situation right here. We may lose this battle and losing the Roma Impersonators as a result. Ugh. I was hoping a flexible formation would be enough, but I'm definitely not seeing it being enough right now. Inspire the men. Is there anything I could do to try and get a unit invested in a fight that's not already there? We have these guys surrounded now. Once we get these guys involved, we can hopefully pull back the cavalry out of that fight before they get rear charged by the enemy. Perfect. My general got a good charge off there. I'm going to fall them back right now. The enemy's about to attack my guys in the rear. That's not good for them. Yeah, we had some initial gains on the flanks, but right now I don't think it's quite going to go as well as I was hoping it would. We got a good charge off there at the general. We might even have almost broken that guy, but it looks like we not quite enough to break him. Good. We got them to brace in a different direction for my cav charge. So we were able to do the most amount of damage there. Awesome. We broke the enemy. Get my lances out of there. Now we have the enemy general surrounded. We can hopefully wipe him out. Let me just make sure those guys stay gone. What's the situation over here? You guys are actually holding out against the enemy's remains over here. You guys are doing a great job, but it's not going to be enough. I can tell just looking at what we got now. Walking though, you guys are back in the fight. They even surrounded. These guys are doing a great job of just holding the line. Just shows you just the power of hoplites, man. Well, looks like the Roma Impersonators are showing just how much of an impersonator they are. We're getting our fighting in. We got a very nice rear charge here, but it's not going to be enough to pull out the victory there. I'm just going to get my general out of there before he gets killed and try to get involved elsewhere in the fighting. I'll try regrouping my lines here. I'll get a good charge off against that general, do some real damage against him. General did an okay charge. They get an okay charge there. General needs to get out of there before he dies. Both the Roma Impersonators definitely not having a good day right now. The one bright side for us right now, that the enemy is very much spread out, so I can try and punish that. So we can at least focus on weakening the enemy, even if we cannot currently outright kill them. So there'll at least be that advantage for us. Boom, rear charge. Come on, General. It's not the time to be a coward. Now's the time to show him who's boss. One down as we picked him off. You can walk now. Everyone not the General, or you, group together. General, you go over here. You guys can walk right there for now. These guys are doing their best to hold the line. General, need to help him. My Lancers over here. They could potentially get a good rear charge off. Turn around real fast. Turn on them. Good. Good turnaround. Okay. You guys are doing a good job holding. The Lancers, no, don't go over there, Lancers. Just walk for now. The General got a good rear charge off there. Alright. You guys, flank. You guys, flank. You guys, stop. Flank them, boys. Flank them. This unit has been surrounded. Time to finish it. Boom. Dead and destroyed. This flank's been... what remains of this flank, I should say, has been obliterated now. But we're not through yet, guys. We're not through yet. Everyone except the Step Lancers. Reform the line. Right now, as things stand, getting everybody invested in the fight is not worth it for us. Right now, our goal is to basically try and get just enough of the enemy invested in the fight that we can just slaughter them on impact. Keep up the rallying, men. Keep up the rallying. As we said, we gotta keep it so we're just not facing the enemy directly. Flank them, boys. Good flanking so far. Keep going. How are you looking? You're very tired, so just keep moving. We don't want to run you guys yet, because running you guys would be deadly for us right now. We need to make sure we keep these guys a threat enough on this flank. My General is still involved in this fight. Inspire and flank. Awesome, we broke them. They're not shattered yet. Now we just have one blob left of the enemy. We might just pull this out, team. We just might pull it out. Alright, you guys over here. Walking, though. General. Walking. You boys over here. Walking. We don't need to run. We have the advantage now. We have the advantage of numbers. We have the advantage of being able to flank the enemy. We cannot afford to give this up to the enemy by getting invested too early in this fight. We have the cav advantage now. They only have one pike unit left. Everybody else is standard hoplites, which means we'll be able to get invested in the battle that much easier. You're on this flank, boys. You're on this flank. General, you're over here. We have the enemy's flanks. You... General, don't you dare break on me, boy. Don't you dare. As a general, you are the key and integral part of this whole battle. If you break, that's it. Victory will be gone. The general just broke. That's bad for us. That's super bad. We might have just lost the morale victor because the enemy's... for some reason, my general's being a giant coward and broke at the worst opportune time. Literally, he broke. Like, that was a morale battle. This ending section was a morale battle. Unfortunately, the heart of our Greek general failed us today. He turned tail and ran. I guess he impersonated the Romans a little bit too much. Dang it, they broke. Again. Come on, boys. Get in that fight. Help them out. You'll be flanking two enemies there with a nice rear charge. Come on. We have them flanked on all sides, but I think the power of the phalanx is just going to be too much. We are losing. You're indeed correct. Ever since we lost our general, that marked the end of the battle. The Roma Impersonators have been defeated, it looks like. But, come on. Look at the weakened enemy. They might break. If we just put a little bit more pressure, we can potentially break them. A little bit more pressure, team. A little bit more. This last one, no! One of our guys just broke. Come on. There's just one phalanx left. We broke the pikes. You guys just need to hold the enemy general just a little bit longer. Come on, if we can potentially... no, that's the end of the battle there, boys. Our step archers and our spearmen are not going to be able to win this battle for us. Ah, dang it. They did such a good job holding the enemy general off, but... yeah, that's the battle. Oof. We got a lot of kills on the enemy. They lost a lot more troops than us. But alas... the hearts of our men were not quite as strong as the hearts of our enemy. And we were defeated. But they did their best. Some of those men, I still think spreading out was the right call. But I might have spread out too much because what happened is some of our men just got swallowed in the initial part of the battle before they could really get anything done. So I think I was right to spread out, but I made the gap just too big, and that cost the lives of the Roma Impersonators. They are dead now. Might reinstate the tradition of the Roma Impersonators, but I'm not going to make another army like them. They would be the one and only Roma Impersonators. In truth, at least. An interesting experiment that got put down too early. The one bright side to all of this is that we vastly weaken that enemy army to the point where it looks like they have at most half of their strength right now. And we have an army not that far from Anthea that will be able to swoop down, finish off that army of Macedon, and then take Anthea for ourselves. As Gart is going on the offensive, I'm surprised. Bam, let's see. Need to wait for that intern to finish loading, though. There we go. Well, I do love trade. Go for trade. An honorable death of Parasites III. Thrios innovation of spread. Apparently, we now have potential new units? Is that what that means? So, who are you who just died? So I can know our loss. Was it you? I think it was this guy, Spartacus V. No, Perry's the third. Who's Perry's the third? It wasn't you. I don't. Maybe does he just get removed from the family? Like, did he get removed from the family tree when he died? Because it's not you. Because you died a long time ago. I'm 99% sure. That is weird, though. What army are you leading, Escarpus? Oh, you were leading the Centaurs. I guess it makes sense that my faction leader I'm having right now on the defensive. It definitely makes sense. Okay. Alright, let's see what the situation is right now. We have two armies of Macedon here in the middle. One army of Rome, but it's a very weak army. Basically the equivalent of one army of Pergamon. Ephesus might be wide open, which is probably why the Asgartans are trying to get a little bit uppity and trying to take Ephesus for themselves. Well, that's a Macedon army right there. Well, that's three of them right next to each other. They can all reach my general, I think. Maybe not these two, actually, but this one definitely can. But one-on-one fight, I'm not too worried about. Oh, these guys avenged us and killed but they took Anthea. I'm not a big fan of that. I hope you guys know. You guys may regret your decision soon. I'm definitely not going to assist you in any battles for a little while. Probably go around Macedon until they kill him. So I want all of Anthea. I want all of this region. All of it. But, you know, one thing I'm at least going to do, I'm going to take both of my armies here and just going to go and get ready to take on this army right here of the enemy. Can I reach you? Yeah, you come to my territory and think I'm not going to mess with you? Get out of here, son. What could I recruit if I wanted to? Thracian warriors and some Rampo warriors. Not horrible options, I should say. Definitely don't want that building, though. I mean, I'm not... Well, admittedly, it's the only thing keeping this region happy for now, so I'm not going to push it at this very juncture. And I will need to recruit a new army, but I want to do some more building upgrades first before I go too deeply into making that new army, because I'm going to enjoy the fact that I'm making a respectable income right now. and upgrade my facilities. After so long ago, I had to downgrade several areas just to keep my food my food from causing me issues. So now I'm finally getting some income. It's time to get that ready. We need to start focusing on worrying about our influence too. We're starting to go back to admired, but we really want to get back to beloved. Might as well keep securing loyalties of our troops. If I did raise an army, though, what would I be able to recruit back here in Syria? I'm curious. Spartacus the Fourth would definitely be a good one to upgrade. But what are you? So you are magnanimous. So you would definitely cause me some economic issues. You're impoverished. But you're a scrapper, which means you're going to be good in melee. Ignorance. You deputy, which means you're not going to be the very best at the beginning, but we could start increasing your power. So you're like like somebody who I could start off with who's kind of on the weaker end, but it will eventually get stronger. What about you, good sir? You are hot-headed, so good morale for attacking. But you're a clever strategist. So you're good from the start in several ways. The downside of you is the hot-headed, but everything else is good. You already have military skills. Like, oh, you were probably the one who ran that other army that I had to disband. The question is, how long do you have left to live? So, the Odysseus' Wanderers actually has more traditions than the Roma Impersonators. So I'm going to reinstate these guys next turn. I don't want another Noble Cav, because the Noble Cav aren't as good as these guys are, I think. Noble Cavalry. Yeah, not as good. Yeah, so we're going to end turn here. Next turn, we'll start making that new army. This minor faction has now gone officially bigger than Pergamon is, just through the fact that it's our friend. Which means good choice diplomatically speaking from it. I need to get that navy to Pentacup 1, so that way I can start using it that way I can start making it bigger and stronger to start taking out the enemy fleets. Rome is going in an interesting direction. Macedon, let's see, you're going to try challenging me, Macedon? What are you going to do? It looks like nothing, for now, at least against me. Bactria's armies are moving everywhere, honestly. Like, if Bactria chose to attack me right now, they could cause some havoc, just because of where they are located. Yeah, they're running away. They're like, oh, they have an army in the north? That's unexpected. Let's see, Sabo, you're missing out on a lot of wealth by not trading with me, I'll have you know. You get some big bucks if you work with me. I'm so tempted to just take Puldelva right now. It's such an enticing target. A son comes of age. Rebellion Nimnit and Mata. Where's Mata? Patana, you're gonna be the ones who are rebelling against me? I'm surprised, actually. What's the big issue? Building Squalor. I mean, it makes sense. I do have a lot of food producing. And this one doesn't improve, and I only have one building that really improves Squalor. And I'm surprised how high banditry is in this region. Part of me wonders if I should try converting this instead to a supply complex. The only downside about this one would be the fact that it does mean that we'll lose out on some food, but I think I can afford it for now. And I think it will help me in the long run. The Squalor. Mesopotamia actually has a population surplus? What would be good to build here? I already have a Persian immigrant thing here, do I? No, I don't actually. I'm surprised. I don't really need it to have a Persian influence. I think I already have it elsewhere in the region. Let's see, if I have a consecrated, I have a temple, I already have several temples here. I don't need a training field. I mean, most of my wealth is in farming and agriculture right now, so it doesn't really make sense to go in that direction. Let's see. I could build another supply pit here to make some more money. That one honestly wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's do that. Mazaca, all of them, is less likely to die. Let's see. I've started the process, but it's going to be a little bit too late for it. So there's still going to be a rebellion. Let's see, what can I want to deal with this political intrigue real fast. Requires attention. Let's adopt him. Because why not? He's gifted. We might as well reward it. Alright, let's see. How's it looking up here? Looking good up here for now. Public order's doing great. Petrodava is going to be defended by my army here. That's already here. Who's already fought off another army and barely took any damage. Let's see. I'm going to fortify stance here for now. This will help, keep the enemy away from Odessos, but also will hopefully allow these guys to now finish replenishing as they're still wounded. I'd rather not take them into a battle already wounded if I can help it. How's the region up here? I don't really look up here all that much, so might as well take this time to start upgrading this region, this backwater here that I don't really touch very much. You guys are doing just fine. Bactria is doing just fine. You guys are basically just kept it as little minor little air territories that don't matter to me anyway all that much. I do have enough money to upgrade what I wanted to, but what can I get here? So I can get dye pits for more dye. But let's go for the lower banditry right now. At least you have a banditry problem currently. Yeah, let's go for. Let's reinstate the army under Spartacus. You reinstate the Odysseus' wanders, except apparently I can't actually afford it because I built the Silk Trader. Yeah, let's reinstate your legacy. Where'd you go? Right there. You don't have many years left in you, so might as well get as many of them out of you as we can. So what can I get right now with troops? So nothing better in terms of the Roma Impersonators getting improved for next time I make them. I do get good horse archers, some decent noble cavalry for the Scythians, which... Where's my Bactrian noble cav? Oh, right here. Royal cav right there. What's the strength of you? You guys have better melee AP damage than these guys do. Better charge bonus, but weaker melee attack, but better melee defense. Lower morale, but better speed. Little worse armor, but you're better against infantry. Let's see, you have Parthian shot, which means you can shoot all around. So basically means you guys can fire pretty effectively as well as a result. Scythian spearmen. Where's my Scythian heavy? My Scythian heavy archers. Which I definitely say my Scythian heavy archers are way better than the Syrians, so heads off to you. I'm not seeing... Ooh, melee weapon damage is nice, but your melee attack is pretty crap. Heavy horse archers. What's your melee attack? Yeah. I'm definitely thinking I got what I need so far, at least. Steppe Lancers did a really nice job at stabbing the enemy in the back. And these guys are basically, from as far as I can tell, like the superior version of the late boss for Lancers, honestly. Or I guess a better version of these guys. So, in terms of cost effectiveness, these guys are better against armor. These guys are better against guys without armor, essentially, is what I'm kind of seeing right now. So, I guess I'll keep with my boss for in Royal Cav, but... Oops, I didn't mean to get the doggos, even though I don't mind the doggos anymore. Part of me kind of wants to get a stone thrower, because why not? But I'm not sure how useful it'll be. I don't really do a lot of them. Well, we started the process of another army, so we're just going to do one more end turn sequence, I'm thinking. So it looks like Macedon really does not want to mess with us. Asgard's just being a bit bold right now and actually taking territory off of Rome. My faction leader, I'm actually going to send him to try and take out Ephesus, and so that way Rome officially doesn't have any landing spots in Asia Minor, thus officially pushing them out of Asia Minor, at least territorially speaking, but not militarily. That's the word I'm looking for, militarily. So I'm going to, looks like the North's fine. I'm actually wanting you to go to Moldova. I do want to take it, but I'm a bit concerned about what's going on there. Plus, you can tell me how many armies are coming from the north against Petrodava. Alright, let's end turn. I think that's all we can do this round. Unless there's the new allies to trade with. Nope, everyone who I potentially trade with hates me still. Because I'm just too good for them. But we're finally making a dent in these armies. Rome is officially, like, I see no armies left in Thrace for Rome. No, basically no armies in Asia Minor for Rome. Now there's just the 3 armies for Macedon. I'm still amazed they can support. But that's it for them. That is it. So I'm feeling pretty confident in my ability to start pushing the advantage now, once the Odysseus' Wanders are rebuilt. So yeah, Macedon took out that army. I'm not surprised there. Asgard didn't have the biggest army, so... I'm not really friendly with them anyway, so... Just kidding. I'm not surprised about that. I'm tempted to, if you become a client state. No, just kidding. Yeah, I'll for military alliance. No, not even for military alliance. How about this? You give me money, and I'll do it for you. There we go. Got some money out of the Egyptians. The garrison army chose to... Oh. Pergamon. I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you a free territory when I want it myself. Why would you, like, you are really hoping I was going to do that to you, but I'm sorry, Pergamon, we're not that close. Yeah, this is not the strongest army from. It looks like a lot of hoplites, but look, basically no range units. I think that's like the only range units this guy. Maybe these, and 2 peltists. Because these guys, I think, are all spearmen. Maybe hoplites. Those are swordsmen. Those are hoplites, and then hoplite. Alright, so we'll fight this battle next episode. It should be a pretty easy battle. The garrison's still weakened from the last fight, but I'm not really too interested in making them stronger. I'm still going to use them as a meat shield to slowly grind down the enemy forces until I slaughter them all, basically. So if you guys enjoyed the episode... feel free smack that like button down below. Subscribe to see more of my content. And I wish you guys have a good day, night, evening, wherever you guys may be. Take care.